if they do anything, they kind of half roll the features out. Destructuring is another interesting one. Syntax here, it's a really dumb example, but let's say we had an object called A, and it had a property B and D, right? Two properties. You could define two variables and pull them out of the properties of A named B and D, and it will pluck those out by property name and make them local variables. This is used a lot when you use imports, when you use modules in ECMAScript 6. You can say, I want to grab these 4 things from the module by their name and import them. So it's one of the ways you'll see it used is in this curly brace syntax. There's a keyword called import that they do the same thing with. So destructuring is another one of those interesting little features. Well, now we actually have sets and maps, right, and true arrays. So we've got the ability to create a set, add things to the set, see whether it has an item in the set. Same thing with a map, set and get and has. Okay, and so they work the same way they do in other languages. So instead of using object for almost everything and array for everything else, now you actually have true dedicated constructors to create those things as well. Promises. Promises is a technology that everyone's starting to go down this road of having the ability to kick off something asynchronously and then get a handle back to resolve the answer later in JavaScript. In Angular, we use promises all over the place for asynchronous calls to the web or running a timer and getting the result when it comes back. But this lets us natively in the language create a promise. So let's say up top you had an API, and that API was going to do something, and it was going to do something asynchronous. We don't know when it's going to get done. We know we want to hand back